a few minutes with the bad Yogi Bunch. Hang a few minutes with the bad Yogi Bunch. BYB. No hair, no makeup or fancy shit. Just a big bag of fun, that's all, that's it. Hang a few minutes with the bad Yogi Bunch. No rules, just fools with a bad Yogi Bunch.
And we are live. Welcome to the 42 Minutes with the Bad Yogi Bunch, everybody.
Welcome.
Oh, look how good everybody
I know,
looks.
it's nice to see everyone again.
Let's do a good morning spin.
Yeah. Gordon, the man of many hats.
I know.
The best hats.
The last few weeks, Gordon's been wearing hats.
Yeah. Wow. It's a hat a week, isn't it?
You'd be surprised what's under here.
Yeah.
You're going to wave the whole
Gordon,
show?
you can stop your hand. I'm
you
getting
can
dizzy.
Stop that, yeah. And it's enormous.
Yeah.
Today's episode is about,
like
we're calling it Bear Claw.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave, I love your shirt. That's a festive shirt.
Yes.
My goodness.
Thank you. I got this at one of my
Boutique, right?
boutiques. Yes, I was
handmade. Yeah.
I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't usually go with these colors when I make my stuff, but
I think it was Jerome in Idaho.
I thought you
it was Jerome.
Yeah.
It was Jerome.
Yeah, who has a great question today, by the way.
And yes, today's question.
This one comes from Jerome, and where's Jerome from?
Wichita.
a lot
We have a lot of Nebraska fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Kansas. I
Yeah.
was waiting for you to
Yeah.
say something.
Yeah.
From it's actually it wasn't Jerome. It was Oscar from Utah.
Oscar from Utah,
Yeah.
who is the single father of 17 cats.
He's
runs a
left
little-
the Mormon faith, though.
Yes, but he does run a nice little animal rescue.
Oh.
So yeah, if you
Bakery.
If you need a cat, where was that again? In Utah, anywhere in Utah. He's from somewhere in Utah.
As you can see,
Yeah.
folks, we just try to have fun here,
Yeah.
and it's just us talking, right? So we're glad you're here. Sam is going to.
Oh no.
Sam is going to throw out an idea that we're going to talk about, and it's going to be mind blowing for you all. I want you to just all sit down right now with your coffee. Sammy,
all
You're
four
up,
people
big
who
boy.
are listening.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's our children, basically.
Yeah.
A friend of Gordon's. So, no, this is Oscar's. He wants to know: has there ever been? Can you think of like an uncomfortable travel experience?
yes,
I have one.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Gordon on.
We had decided that it was a good idea to travel to Cleveland to visit my grandmother because a fourth generation had been born, and it was a family and everybody getting to know one another. Well,
the baby.
It was a rather large bunch of us. It was two sisters, my mother, and the two children, and my sister had a Volkswagen bus.
Oh wow.
So it's a blue and white Volkswagen bus.
Perfect. What could go wrong?
Yeah, exactly.
So we set off on the trip, and probably the second stop, I recognized that we're going to have to get out at every single stop and push this car off to get it going to the next stop.
The battery was dead.
It wouldn't do anything, and so my sister and I are out pushing the car, pushing this bus. My singing the theme to the Flintstones because I'm thinking,
Yeah,
we're pushing the car to Cleveland.
What was the theme song again? How'd it go?
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. I think that's enough.
I got him to do it though.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was flawless. He just went for it.
That was your singing debut.
You did it.
So this is what you're singing as you're...
Yes. It took hours to get to Cleveland, as you can well imagine, with 3 generations in the car.
And going 50 miles an hour.
Exactly. And 15 when we're pushing it, So we finally get to Cleveland. I was not in the best of moods when we finally arrived because I think everybody knows how I feel about automobiles to begin with, and that was just a start. Well, pushing the car around Cleveland.
Jeez.
You know, we're doing that. We're pushing, and then pushing the car home.
But why are you pushing the car?
To get it started.
Because
just don't shut it off.
It'll start up. It's just you can't sometimes get it in gear, so you have to get the momentum going, and then it'll kick in, and then everybody runs and gets in the car.
You're shutting it off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just keep that puppy running.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, that not only did it put another nail in the coffin as far as my driving and owning an automobile, but it also just. And I didn't. Yeah, I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah. How was the baby when you got there?
Oh, she was blissfully ignorant of everything going on.
All the trouble you'd gone to. Yeah.
Like so many babies.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with all these babies?
You'd have thought she'd have thanked us or something.
Selfish.
I know how much trouble.
But it was fun because my grandmother lived when we were children, my grandmother lived out in the country, and at this point, the city was rapidly moving out to her country home, where the airport pretty much was situated only miles. So once the red eye flight started in the morning, it sounds like they're landing on top of the house. You know, it was pretty taking that quiet that had been there for so long, and then it was gone. But you know, that's Cleveland, and we got. I should have brought pictures because there are pictures of all the generations and all that.
Do you have a picture of the van?
I'm sure that there has been a picture, and there might have been one in my possession.
Can you find it though, so we can put it up? So
it would have been torn or burned by now.
Oh, because you were so mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
warm and friendly.
Yes.
Warm and friendly.
That's a great travel story.
It is good.
It is. It's a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I've got one. You want to hear it? This is back
Well,
in the...
before you do that,
Oh
Sam,
yes,
we're
do
going
your
to do a
thing.
little spin. You know why?
Dun, 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 dun.
It's important. There you go. And I can see you through it. Look
Can
at
you? Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
nice and centered on your camera as well. Look at that
Thank
baby
you.
boy.
Check it out.
This is in the late '90s with my first wife, Joy Kathleen Duncan Carter, and we traveled all over Southeast Asia and everything, and we had taken. How did we get there? Did we take a boat? Yeah, from Bali to Sulawesi to a place called Ujung Pandang, Sulawesi. Probably
We're not going to remember all
Yeah.
this.
no. But it's not like this is not a tourist island. But anyway, we land in this port, and we've decided to take a bus the next morning all the way to this other area to go look at some weird the way they bury the people in the side of the cliffs and everything. And anyway, but you know, we're just backpacking around. We have, you know, we're doing this on a budget, so we always find a cheap place. And when we get somewhere, we didn't, unlike today, you can't go just make a reservation. You would just go find a place.
Right.
And we found this like little youth hostel place in the middle of Ujung Pandang. And the only room they had was like in the middle of the building. So it's windowless. And this is, you know, it is hot here. And it's this little sweat box. And we had to stay there overnight and then get up early in the morning.
Oh my!
It's really hard to sleep in that heat. And then, but luckily there was a fan. But when we turned it on, it went about like this and made a loud noise. So anyway, there's no air in the room. It's so hot, and it takes forever. Finally, we start to fall asleep, or I start to fall asleep, and in a lot of these places they'll have a gate. There's a kind of a curfew because this is just somebody's house,
right?
And they had closed the gate, and there was this, I think it was a Dutch guy who had shown up late, drunk, There was also a disco next door that had been going on.
Oh.
And, that's what it was. There was a disco going on, so we couldn't sleep. And then it goes off. Finally, start to go to sleep. And then the drunk guy who was staying in a room also comes out, and he's banging on the gate.
Oh my
And he's
stars.
banging and banging, and it goes on forever. And we're like, we're shouting, let him in, let him in. You know? So, and this goes on for a while, and it's so frustrating. And finally, I don't know if it was me or it's probably Joy, got up, and the owner is just asleep behind the counter, like right there. You couldn't let him in. We're like, hey, come on! And so he finally gets up. It's like this happens every night, right? And then, so he finally lets the guy in. He comes in like, phew. We go back. What does the guy do? He goes and calls home on a payphone that is right outside of our door, and proceeds.
The drunk guy
to talk at full volume to his friend, you know, back home, and tell him whatever great adventures he's having. So, you know, I mean, this is like, we're not going to sleep at all. Part 2 of this is we get up, we get on this bus. It's like a 12, 15-hour bus ride. And it's like this. You know, if you've ever been on those buses in Asia, like the roads are they're not
probably
wide enough for 2 buses. So they come at each other, and at the last minute, they kind of roll out. So you're doing that for 15 hours or 12 hours or whatever it was. But at about hour 10, when we're just like, how much longer is this going to take? It starts breaking down. Another bus.
Yeah.
And
did you have a Gordon to push it?
No, they would pull over. We would all get out, and these guys would work on it. And then we're like, you know, this is now going to be 13. We're adding. We would drive a little. The farther we got, the more frequently the bus started breaking down. And what I remember is just, and you can't do anything. You know, this just becomes amusing after a while. But I remember standing outside the bus is about 13 hours in, and I looked up at it, and they all have titles across the top of the booth, and it says deluxe bus, DELUCKS.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, we signed up for this. But what was amazing is we got there on time, so they had factored in the breakdowns.
Oh wow!
I'm like, we got there in 12 hours. So, really, but it was just that long sleepless night, sweaty, terrible. And then getting on a bus,
12
and
to 15
man, it
hours.
just went on forever.
With your wife.
Yes. Yeah.
Was she a morning person? A good morning person?
Yeah, she could get up and go. Yeah.
But not having had any
but
sleep.
we didn't sleep, so yeah,
Right.
it doesn't matter. Like whatever.
Everyone's firing
You sleep for 3 hours.
It's daylight. Let's go.
Yeah. So those are the experiences that turn into stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want them to be happening. They're
Yes.
happening, but after they happen,
They're great.
You're kind of glad.
Yeah.
So the culture then is the people who are also on the bus. This happens to them all the time.
Yeah.
So they're not like Americans who are so mad. And I mean, everybody's just hands.
So stuck to an imaginary
you get
schedule.
Yes.
You have a pee in the bushes.
And you
You
wait.
eat something. You know, they go smoke their gadang
Blunts.
gadarm. The clove cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
That's
yes.
what we do when we take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I pee
Yeah.
off the porch.
Yeah.
Who's
Keep
telling
going.
their story next?
Yes.
Oh,
We're
I
on a
think
time
Angie.
So I don't
limit
really
here.
have. I
Well,
don't.
Angie,
How about-
hang on, everybody. There we go.
That's not on me at all.
Yeah.
That's better, maybe.
You
I
were.
don't know who you're
right
aiming
there.
at.
Okay. All right.
That's it, Angie. You're good.
I don't
Woo.
have one.
Mine's aiming at
You
that
don't have a
lamp.
travel story?
I don't have a terrible travel story.
I bet you and your family
I have
traveled
a
somewhere.
funny, embarrassing. What's the question?
It's not.
Okay.
We're
It's
just
whatever
talking.
you want it to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So when I was young, in my early 20s, and in an early relationship, so like still getting to know everyone, so that's already like got its element of uncomfortable. And we were traveling to the Virgin Islands, and we were staying with a group of people I didn't know at all, hadn't met any of them.
Were you a virgin?
No.
Just painting a
Yeah,
picture
because
for
that's
everybody.
important to this story.
It is, probably. Just curious for myself, that's all.
So we get, and this is the Virgin Islands. Also the first time I've been somewhere that I know is going to be luxurious and
Mhm.
nice, nicer than I've been. So you get, you of course fly, and then you fly again, and then you get on the ferry, and then you try to find a cab. And so, it's a day.
Yeah.
And then we get to this beautiful place and come in, and of course it's all open up. The bedrooms are out here, and then it's just like this round open kitchen area, and everything is open and just goes outside to the pool and the deck. And we walk in, and I'm starting to be like, okay, well, this is the point where I meet everybody, and this will be nervous. But they're all naked. But they've done it because they know they're trying to embarrass me.
Oh,
Right.
Because
I
New
see.
Girl is coming in.
Yeah.
And we're trying to embarrass him.
So great.
That's
So we
amazing.
get there, and they're all just naked, but they don't act like it's a thing at all.
Yeah.
And they just come up and give me hugs.
Oh my God,
Oh.
that's amazing.
That is a great
Yes.
story.
It
And then, of
is.
course, then we were naked and just continued on.
Yeah.
That
after
is
Oh,
funny.
Nice.
that's
It was fun.
That's hilarious.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Again, something we should do on the Bad Yogi Bunch.
Well,
You know?
maybe not.
Well, I'm kind of with Gordon on that.
Yeah.
That
If we really want to hit those low numbers, we
Yeah,
could do
yeah.
a naked
Yeah.
podcast.
and
Yeah.
consider she was in her 20s.
Yeah, that was
Right, yeah, different.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
different looks.
quite
There's a good-
quite some time ago.
Different
Uh-huh.
looks.
Oh, there's an audience for everything, don't you think?
That's true.
That's
There
true.
is.
Yeah.
There is.
Not this one.
Dave, you got one?
I have several good and bad travel events, but the one I think I should share was when I was a
Mhm.
youngster. I went on a Kentucky tour. You know what that is?
Mm-mm.
No.
It sounds horrible, but it's amazing, and I encourage my kids to do it, and they wouldn't. But probably because I told them stories about it. But it's for single, like traveling solo, and I was
Nice.
18,
Mhm.
and so you have to be between the ages of 18 and 35.
Okay.
And I went, and there was like 40 of us. We're on a coach, and you go around and they take care of you we saw 13 countries in 30 days.
Wow.
And it turns out just to be a big party. And, the whole group was amazing, not one dud.
Oh.
Some of my people I met on that trip, I'm still friends with.
What
some
type
from
of
South
traveling?
Africa.
What type of?
We camped. So
Okay.
we'd go to you go to Paris, you go to a campsite, and they do we do all the touristy things. And my trip, I was going for the 30 days with a group, a guided, so I'd see the 13 countries. Then at the end, I was going to take another 30 days and go back to a place that I wanted to spend more time at. So we get to Germany, and I met a girl who wasn't on the tour. And you're not supposed to leave the group. Even when you go to a campsite, once you're there, just for liability, I'm sure, you shouldn't leave.
Mhm.
But I was sneaking out. We were only there for 2 days. I snuck out every chance I could to hang out with my new friend. Well, the last night we were leaving, she said, "Oh my God, me and my girlfriends are going to Eos, which is one of the Greek islands.
Mm-hmm.
And you should totally go." I'm like, yes, I should. There was still 6 days there was still 3 countries we hadn't been to. I did go to the other countries, but the last day we were supposed to have this big, see you all later party before we all go home. And I had an opportunity to fly to Athens, but I had to miss the last day of this event. And my friends were so mad. I did. I went to meet this girl. I get to Athens, and I'm feeling kind of like, this is crazy. Like, I think I'm in love with this girl. Why am I leaving my group of new friends to go to Greece? I
Because
don't know what I'm doing.
you're in love.
Yeah.
Or
So I'm chasing my love, get to Athens, have to take a ferry to, I forget the first island, but Eos is like 3rd or 4th in. Remember, it took me a while. And it was the first time I was introduced to Ouzo. You heard of Ouzo?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Ouzo 12. It was when I got off the boat. I had met this other girl on the boat who introduced me to Ouzo. I lost my mind.
I bet.
Like that shit didn't work, and I wasn't a drinker at the time. I became one, but
Yeah.
but this, and I'm a licorice
After
fan,
that.
black
Yeah.
licorice fan. So it's
Yeah.
just like, and because I wasn't a drinker at the time, I kind of felt like all alcohol did the same thing. So you have a beer, or you have a bottle of Ouzo, same effect. I was put in a separate part of the boat by the staff on the boat because I was just a mess.
Oh no.
And I was a funny
bet.
mess.
Uh-huh.
I was that guy that
Uh-huh.
You were
Too
removed
much-
from general population.
yeah.
And put
And they put a shirt on me that you could buy on the boat that said Ouzo 12, me 0. But so I
Oh,
and
my
so I did this. I had
stars.
so much fun on this boat. And then the girl I met was going to go. She was changing her plan to go hang out with me.
You were bringing a girl to see the girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
great.
now this girl is now kind of into me. I'm not into her because I'm going
Uh-huh.
after the girl I'm into.
Yeah.
So we get on the next ferry,
stars.
and sure enough, we've had a meal, and I'm sobered up from the Ouzo. So we do it again.
Oh no.
Do it again. I wasn't put in the holding tank though. I was allowed to move freely around the ship, around the ferry. So we do this twice. By the time we get to Eos, this girl is now getting a little weird. Like she really wants to hang out with me, and do bad things to me. I'm sure.
She's been hitting the Ouzo.
Yeah. Now we're both Ouzo'd.
Oh.
As we get to Eos.
God.
And I'll wrap this up because it can get very long. This girl is now crazy, and she won't let me leave her. Like she
Oh,
won't.
no.
Yeah. And the girl that I'm chasing,
Uh,
I find her at this rave of a club, and that's where I was told to meet this place. I'm here, and she's with these two guys that are like way better looking.
Like
than me.
Adonis figures.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah. They weren't Greek gods, but they were like out of my league. And I'm like, shit. And so it was this weird dynamic thing. And so to get out of the problem, which I have a history of doing still to this day, I just left. Didn't say goodbye, just
Irish exit.
Irish exited.
Yeah.
I stayed one night in Eos,
mhm.
and then I got back on the ship, went back, no Ouzo, gave that up. And then I ended up taking the ferry back to Athens, and I stayed in Athens and did the touristy stuff. And then went back to London, and I had met up still with my group. They were back in London. They had another 2 days. And I went and told them about my journey,
Perfect.
and it was the perfect ending.
That's
Aw.
great.
Great
Yeah,
trip.
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And since then, I've never trusted women on ferries.
I understand why.
Or Ouzo.
Or fairies.
Or
Yeah.
ferries, yeah.
All right.
Hey, what a
Hey.
great morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so good to see you all again, and I guess we'll do this again in a week.
I
And,
hope so.
Yeah.
Today we're not even going to talk about our sponsors, but next week,
Thank you,
Is that
Gibson.
because we got lawsuits?
Yeah.
from
because
all
we
of
had
them?
too many lawsuits.
Yeah. Thank you, Gibson Guitars.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Keep them coming. Yeah.
Delta Airlines, thanks again
And
Yeah.
for
Cameron
all the
Coffee.
coupons and Cameron's coffee.
Yeah.
But we'll see you all next week. Thank you so much. And this is so much fun being able to do this with you guys. What a great little
Us guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You don't
fun.
mind calling you a guy.
Oh,
do you?
dude, no.
Yeah, I know that, dude.